I'm distracted by how cute I am. On today's episode of Different Shirt, Same Color, we are going to talk about foundation. It has been a minute since I put out a video, and that is because I am ADHD as hell, and I have been hyper-focusing on cross-stitch, and now that I've done that to death, I'm bored of it for a minute, I can move on and do something else to death. So we're hyper-focusing on videos right now. I got 3 new pairs of glasses last week, and that is what inspired, fucking hate that word, that is what got me to make this video. Because I am vain and I want to go take selfies of my cute ass wearing my new pair of glasses. Pairs, it's plural, 3 pairs. I went to take pictures of myself wearing my new glasses, and that's when I saw that I fucking was in the wrong lighting at first, I thought, and then I was like, the fuck is happening to my skin? And then it occurred to me, I've been wearing the wrong foundation, and no one fucking told me. Who does that? If you noticed and didn't say anything, why? I tell everyone everything. I would rather fucking say something and I just try to be polite and not embarrass them as best I can. But anyway, my skin didn't match my fucking body, and it occurred to me that I'd been wearing my foundation that I bought in the fall, that I bought when I was transitioning out from a tan. So I asked my best friend and my boyfriend if they had noticed and why they didn't tell me. And it turns out they're not assholes, they just didn't notice. And the 2 reasons are because it's winter and I'm covered up to here. So they didn't have it to compare anything to. They just were like, oh, Tori really held her tan well this year, I guess. And because I know how to apply it, so there wasn't any weird obvious things. That led me to make this video and help you figure out how to pick a foundation, whether you're just picking it up for the first time or have been struggling with getting the right shade. These are some tips to consider with picking one out. The first tip would be to figure out your undertone. There are cool undertones, neutral undertones, and warm undertones. I am personally neutral. I do have some pinkness in my skin and I am pale, but that has nothing to do with my undertone. Now, in order to find your undertone, they direct you to the color of your veins. What kind of weird movement is that? You're right, so it's not a natural movement. Now, if you are cool toned, your veins will look more purple and blue. If you are warm undertone, your veins will look green. And if you're neutral, they're gonna pull purplish blue and green. I'm neutral. There's a fucking bug. Excuse me. Pest control is a side project I do. Just fighting wars for my bedroom. Yeah, so that's how you find your vein color and in your undertone. We're gonna stutter a little bit and we're probably not gonna edit that out. Once you have selected your undertone, condescending, don't I? Yeah, I mumble or I sound condescending. Once you have picked out your undertone, the next thing you should do is try to find the right shade. I do recommend getting used to having a summer shade and a winter shade. But either way, picking one, you're gonna do the same thing. Match it to your chest color, and here's why. In the summer especially, your face is generally going to be the palest part on your body, and that is for several reasons. You might be wearing more SPF and blocking from getting a tan, and or you are probably washing your face with things that have ingredients that accelerate the skin cell turnover process. So you're not holding the tan in your face the same way you are with the rest of your body. So you're going to be more pale. So matching your chest is going to be the best way to blend, because that is the color that is sitting right next to the other color. And if it blends, it's going to look more natural, and you're not going to be like some floating fucking head color on the total opposite color body. And that's basically why no one noticed that I was at a tan head in a fucking white ass body. Nothing to compare it to. And I had matched it to my summer chest color. I'm going on forever here. The other thing is applying it. No one knew because I still applied it really well. Like, I bring it up to the hairline and all of that, and I always bring it down my neck into my chest. Now, most of us aren't gonna have the perfect exact color, but most of us will find something close enough, and that's when you can use bronzers or blushes to really make it look more natural or enhance and blend and transition. But if you pick it with your chest color, that's going to be the best transition. It'll look the most natural. So to sum it up, find your undertone, cool, neutral, or warm. And then find the shade and match it to your chest, because that's what it's going to be blending into, and that's going to be the most accurate and best blending transition into the rest of your skin tone. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Yes, if you are interested in what foundation and concealer I use, hello! We have a visitor! Did you know my video was on? I just gave my cat so many belly kisses that I probably have his black hairs all over my face, so if you notice that, no, I don't need to go get waxed. But right now I am using for foundation the e.l.f. Flawless, such a glare, satin finish foundation. I am using the color Pearl, which is their fair neutral. And if I said that wrong, I apologize, but this is the one I use. I find that this has pretty good medium coverage, and it is close enough to It is close enough to my actual skin tone that I'm able to blend it in with a little bit of bronzer or some blush, and it looks just fine. It has pretty good staying power. I don't feel like I am wearing foundation, and I can control the coverage from sheer to more full. I don't break out. I've been enjoying this, and my summer shade is actually the same brand. Now, the concealer I'm using with it is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Multi-Use Concealer. This is in Ivory, and this is pretty sheer, which I prefer to like, but if you want something full coverage, you might need to find something else. But I do really like this. I have very expressive eyes, so a lot of concealer just like creases and wrinkles and looks like dry skin on me almost. It makes it look like I have wrinkles, but I don't really yet. I just have lines because everyone should. Like, your face fucking moves when you move. But it doesn't crease or get like stuck like that, and it blends really nice, and it doesn't like float on your skin weird. But I have been using this. So if you need a starting place for brands, this runs around $6, and this runs around $10. And they're pretty good for your drugstore brands. If you're trying to find a foundation and needs a place to start, these might be a good place. They don't rob the bank and they are pretty easy to use. So yeah, there's my boring video about how to make your head look like the rest of your body. You're welcome.